Hey y'all, it's been a while since I came on here and posted like this, but I got a little story I wanted to tell you. And some of you may have heard the story, some of you may not have, but it's a cute little story, and it kind of fits in with the day. If y'all seen our Facebooks, Christine and mine, then you know it's our 32nd anniversary. Well, this is kind of a little bit of how we got to be 32 years now. Originally, the plans for the wedding was going to be a little small ceremony in front of the fireplace at mom and dad's house. And it's going to be Chris's folks, my folks, and my dog Buck and the preacher, and that was pretty much it. And that's what we thought we was coming back to. So we came back home on a Thursday, so I could drop her off, and she could do everything that a woman has to do to get ready for a wedding, and I could go back down to school, and then I'd be back Friday evening. And we came home on Thursday, and lo and behold, this small intimate ceremony had ballooned into a major deal. We had family in from Chicago and all over, and there was people wanting to be a part of this, and it had been necessarily moved because of the number of people who bless them wanted to share this with us, and so we had to move it down into the basement to the game room, which was a huge room out of the Hudson house that mom and dad lived and had bought, and it basically transformed that room into a wedding chapel. I got down there, and there was balloons and brass archways and everything, and I mean, people was going all out. We had food and everything, so this has become a big deal, and me and Chris were touched and scared to death now, because this is suddenly we was nervous enough and going to do the small thing, and now it was a big thing. And but okay, so it's Thursday afternoon, and we come back up here for me to drop her off. But the other reason we was up here was to go up to the courthouse and get our marriage license. And we headed up there. This is Thursday afternoon. Like I say, we're getting married Saturday morning. So we headed up there, and we waited our turn in line and got up there before the clerk, and gave him our papers. I had my birth certificate, and Christine had what we thought was her birth certificate, and it wasn't her birth certificate. It was a little proclamation from St. Francis Hospital in Tulsa saying, congratulations, you've been born, and it was real pretty and everything, but it wasn't an official birth certificate. And the lady at the window there, the county court clerk, said that wasn't going to work. And now we're in a predicament, and it's late. I mean, late Thursday afternoon. It's probably around 4. The clerk's office is going to close, and we don't have a marriage license, and we got a marriage Saturday morning, and this is crunch time here. So Chris is understandably nervous and concerned, and I was too, but I wasn't going to let on about it, because that's what a man does. He doesn't show concern and worry. I've got this figured out. We've always got this figured out. And I got the little wheels going up there, and they're spinning around like a gerbil cage on meth. And so it's buzzing around, and I formulate a plan, and that's one thing that I am good at, is formulating plans. And so we leave the courthouse, and we go down and get in the car. And I had a big '78 white Lincoln Town Car. It looked like a Chicago drug dealer, but it was. I mean, I love that car. So we got in the car, and we're heading out. And Chris is like, "What are we going to do? What are we going to do?" I said it's cut. I said, I think I've got it figured out. I said, we're fine. And how can we be fine? We're fine. It's fine. So we went down and said turning left to head to Homney, which you'd think it'd be where we'd be heading back to home base, and no, I turned right. So Christine said, "Where are we going?" I said, "Walmart." And she did not understand why we were going to Walmart, and I don't blame her. I wouldn't have understood it either. And at that time, we didn't have 32 years of mutual trust and comprehension between us, so we kind of know how the other thinks or what they're thinking of. So she was probably questioning the whole thing right at that moment, because what's this crazy fool doing going to Walmart right now? It didn't get better. I'll give you a heads up now. It did not get better and more relaxing and more. She wasn't put more ill at ease when we got, or more at ease when we got there. We got to the parking lot. We got out. I said, "Get your stuff and make sure you got your paperwork." And we went to Walmart. Why are we in Walmart? And I said, well, we need something. I said, trust me. I said, we got to pick something up. We headed back to the back through Walmart, and she don't know what's going on. And we went to sporting goods section. And she said, why are we at the sporting goods section of Walmart? I need my birth certificate, and we need a marriage license. I said, we're getting there. And we was getting there. There's a process. Everything is a process, and you have to take certain steps to get through the process. And this was the first step of the process. And now I didn't know if the rock was going to be slippery or not in this first step. We were going to fall and bust our butt, but I was pretty positive that this first step was where we needed to go. So I told the little boy behind the counter, I said, I need a hunting license. And he said, all right. And Chris looked at me like, what the bloody? But, at this point, I think she's too stunned to say anything. He said, do you want a regular hunting license? Do you want a combination hunting fishing license? And I said, this is a special occasion. I said, let's splurge and give me the combination license. And at that point, then Chris became, I won't say unhinged, but her vocal cords and her ability to speak returned, and she wanted to know why I needed a hunting license right now, or a hunting and fishing license. And I told her I didn't. I had my hunting license. Quail season's right around. I said, I'm getting this one for you. And that did not help the matter, because her response was, I don't hunt and I don't fish, and why do I need a hunting and fishing license? What are you doing? And I said, trust me. And I realized at that point I kept having to say, trust me, and it wasn't quite having the effect I thought it would. So my thought process being that if the state of Oklahoma will issue a person a license to pack a gun and go out and kill a critter, that's pretty well equivalent to what they would need to issue you a license to go and marry somebody. I mean, they should be pretty equivalent, because either way, someone's goose is probably getting cooked. So he filled her out, and she got her a brand new combination hunting and fishing license. And we left, and I said, now we're going back to the courthouse. And I said, this will work. She did not believe it would work. I believed it would work, but I'm overly blessed with an abundance of blissfully ignorant confidence, and I figured it would work. And we got up there, we walked in. Some of the same people were still sitting there waiting for their turn and waiting for to get their stuff. And the clerk recognized us, and she said, "Did you get it figured out?" And I said, "I believe I did, ma'am." And I went up there and I handed her the paperwork, and she looked at it and she kind of snickered, and she said, "Yeah." She said, "Actually," said, this will work." And Chris was quiet. She was happy, but I think she was stunned. I think he could have pushed her over with a feather at the moment, because this was as far as plans go, this was a weird one, and but it worked, and we got a little round of applause there from some of the people waiting there, and some congratulations, and we came back with her marriage license, or our marriage license, and her hunting and fishing license. And she still has that up in the attic. It's packed in her little trunk with all her mementos and souvenirs from the wedding, and from different interesting points in our life. It's the only hunting and fishing license the woman has ever owned, and I can proudly claim and attest to the fact that I am the only thing she's ever bagged with it. So either way, that both worked out, and it just goes to show you that no matter what comes up, and we've kind of proved this over 32 years now, no matter what comes up, if you just kind of get out of the box and kind of look at it from a different point of view sometimes, and get a little creative, you can figure it out and make it work, and sometimes have a pretty good story to tell out of it too. So that's our story, and it's truth. I would have got it and brought it down and showed you her hunting license, but I ain't going up in the attic right now. So it's there, trust me, and that's how it came to be. Anyway, y'all don't have to worry about wishing us a happy anniversary on the end of this post, because you probably already did it on the other one. And if you haven't, someone else has, so it's covered, and we're good, and we're probably about halfway there now. And so y'all have a good one, take care, and love you, and God bless. Bye.